What's up?
What's up? Oh my goodness.
It's been such a
You rec-
while, bro.
yeah, it has. Are you recording right now?
Yeah, I'm recording. I'll do the intro. Okay,
Like,
guys, welcome to episode 6 of Fish Bones, and I'm with Fish21 here. In real
what's up?
life, we probably we actually didn't talk that much, but now we're talking again, so that's cool.
Yeah, we had a bit of a falling out. We had a huge fight.
Yeah,
We
we had a
totally did.
fight, bro.
We
Like,
had some YouTube beef. Like,
yeah,
if you guys didn't see how Lova posted something very quickly for about like a minute, it was basically starting beef with me, and they deleted it,
uh-huh.
and it made me
Yeah.
very sad. They called me Michael Jackson multiple
Yeah,
times,
I was,
which really triggered it.
I had
Yeah.
a fit, guys. We apologized to each other.
Yeah,
You
she's
know.
she's also very bipolar. So like, it was just on a bad day, and she just chose me, and I understand it.
Yeah, because Fish21's an easy target, so.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with that. The easy target.
Okay, so should I start off what happened today?
Yes, it's
Okay.
very, 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 very big news. Very, very
Very big
large.
news. Okay, so today, guys, there I go. I'm talking to you. This is a podcast, but I
Yeah.
asked out my crush. They rejected me, but that's okay because we're still
Oh.
friends. We're still friends, and legit after. Okay, so what happened? Okay, I'll explain you the whole story, Diego. Okay, so yesterday, my friend, she was peer pressuring me to pass a note to my crush, like confessing. And because I was originally just gonna ask his friend, "Hey, yo, man, can you ask him out for me?" And then I'm like, and the
Yeah.
thing is, like, we're like 2 seats away, so it's not like I'm like being like the end man and I'm like hiding behind a paper. Yeah, but what happened was that so my friend was peer pressuring me, and she's like, "Okay, pass it," and I'm like, "Okay." And then I like did it directly, like I just walked up to him and gave it to him, and then she was just like, "You're an icon," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then what happened was that he accepted it, and then like after class, I was like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, let me think about it." Whole 24 hours around the clock passes by. 24 hours. Okay. And then I asked him again. I'm like, "So what do you think?" And he said, "Man, I gotta say no. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Nah, it's cool, it's cool." And after that, I'm like, "We can still be friends though, right?" And he said, "Yeah." And then we clapped, and then we fist bumped.
What's up, player? Yeah, bro, man, dude. Either though it could have gone like horribly like worse or horribly better,
I
and by
know.
horribly better, it's your mother finds out, but you're still with
Yeah.
him, and like all that. That's what we
Yeah,
mean by
that's what
horribly better.
scares me the most. Like
Yeah.
literally. And then
Would you be more scared about your mother finding out or you guys not being friends?
I think I'd be more scared of my mom finding out.
I
I
think.
mean, like listen, if we were okay, here's the thing, because when I was confessing him, I wasn't really scared because I'm like, well, if he rejects me, I still know we'll be friends because he's that type of person, So he's not gonna like, oh my gosh, this friendship is officially over. Like, no, like I don't think he would do that because like I just like he's a chill person. I'm sure he wouldn't do that. And then yeah, but my mom would like be on me. She'd be like, "How dare you?"
Your mom would be on your head, bro.
I'm probably gonna tell her after I graduate high school that I confessed to someone but got rejected.
And then you like leave, and then you don't tell. Yeah, like you leave, like when you tell her, and they're like, "Whoop, I gotta go," or
No,
whatever.
here's
Just
the
leave the
thing.
house.
I wonder. Here's the thing, because my crush, like, here's the thing. I mean, they're not my crush anymore, but well, let's just say for the sake of clarity. But the thing is, I think I really want them to wonder, like, just question, why the heck do they like me? They probably think that I might like them because they're like a Chad, because they run, they're 6 foot, but it's like the complete opposite.
Yeah,
It
it is the complete opposite, actually.
seriously. Do you want me to send you a picture of what he looks like? You're just curious.
You're not sure why not?
Okay, I'll go on Instagram and I'll send you a pic of him.
Oh.
You're gonna the reveal, and also you're a pan man. You can rate them, bro. Just
All
kidding.
right.
You can rate.
I will. I rated another guy because like my friend was scrolling through her phone and it was like, "Is this her
Oh
new
no, my
boyfriend?"
mom.
And I'm like,
Wait, my mom. I'm sorry. I have to mute for a bit. Okay, continue what you're going on.
Yeah. So my friend was scrolling through somebody's story, and then
Uh-huh.
they're like, "Is that my friend's new boyfriend?" And I'm like, and then wait, she goes, "They're ugly," and I'm like, "Wait, let me see." And I was like, 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 5 out of
6
10.
out of 10.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, he wasn't that good looking. I don't even know if he was a boyfriend though, so I could just insult some random dude. I did insult some random dude.
I mean, if it is what it is, man. Oh wait, am I putting the wrong password? Wait. Okay, no, I got it. I have like, let me show you. I actually like I don't know because I think he's like trying not he might care like Rush like he's probably trying not to make it awkward by like mentioning it or something like honestly remember I told you so my friend
Uh,
so remember I told you so me and Joshua we were walking out of our math class and then what happened was that so my other friend is like, "Oh, I ship you and Joshua," and then we were like, "No," and I'm like, dude, Joshua already has a crush. And after that, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're with your crush, right?" And I'm like, bro, he rejected me. Here, you can
man, he really thought,
use
man.
that.
Wait, let me
Okay,
see. Let me see. Oh my god.
yeah, the treasure, bro.
Oh wow, wow. Would you? Okay. Wait, crap. I can't look at it because I just opened up Steam and
Oh
the thing's laggy.
no.
Okay, hold on.
Also,
Wait.
if you see the post where he's tagged from, you can obviously tell that he's a Chad.
All
Well,
right,
he's
all right.
not
Let me
really a
see.
Chad. Well, he gives off the vibe.
Oh. Why does my friend in middle school follow this man?
What?
It's the manipulator kid I'm talking about,
Oh my
dude.
god, no! Dude,
Yeah,
I need to talk to him, bro. I need to talk to him. Send me the manipulator guy account, bro.
ask him if he knows. I'm not gonna say. Okay, blur out his name on stream. Ask him if he knows him. Okay, okay. Remember to mute that out on the
Yeah,
little thing.
of course, of course. I was late.
But ask him if he knows.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will. Oh my gosh, my whiteout is not working. I broke my dad's whiteout.
What? What happened?
I broke my dad's whiteout. I was trying to force it, but it didn't work. It's fine. He doesn't care. Ah, this is what it is. He's just gonna see this broken whiteout, and I'm like, well, guess you gotta buy a new one. I'm sorry, Dad, if you're watching this, which you probably are not. Uh, yeah, but yeah, what do you think, man?
What do I think?
I'm a personality person, so I wasn't
Hmm.
going for looks, obviously.
Oh shoot! I accidentally liked this photo. He's gonna see a random guy liking this.
No, he's barely on Instagram, bro. But
I'll give a. He looks pretty. He looks pretty nice. He has a nice smile. I give it a 7.5, maybe even
7.5.
higher. Maybe even higher. 7.5, maybe even higher.
Just see like his tagged post, you can just tell that he's enjoying, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks happy.
He's a very happy person. I mean, most runners. He like here's the thing. I don't know if I told you this, but he's also very fruity. Very fruity. You know.
Fruitery. Yeah, very
Fruity.
fruity.
Yeah, like there's something I asked him like, bro, are you gay? Or like he's like, oh, like he admits that he's fruity at times, but like he's definitely straight. What a way to be reassured.
You know that is a good man. A man who could admit that he's fruity at times and isn't afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
That's a good man. That is a good man.
Literally, man. You know, here's the thing. This is the funny thing, Diego. The only way he's ever gonna find out why I like him is watching a whole podcast episode.
That is if he wants to. Will he?
Yeah. If he watches episode 4, he's gonna find out. But that's if he wants to. It's really funny. And I remember, okay, so I was walking with his best friend to class, and afterwards, like, so I was asking him, I was like, oh, well, I was like, oh, what do you think about it? He's like, no, and we fist bump randomly, and then his best friend was like so confused, it's like, what the heck? And then afterward, I was just like, oh, I'll explain it to you. So I'm like, okay, so basically, I asked him out, then I got rejected, But I won this wager, bro, because like I get to play a video game and I don't have to read like 500 pages of like text. So I'm like, it's still a W in my book.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then
What if I
afterwards,
just choose a really long, stupid, boring game?
it's still better than just reading, man. I don't care.
All right then. I don't know. I gotta have to think of something.
And then
You gotta have
and
to give
then
me some
his
time.
friend asked me, so you only asked him out because you knew he would say no? And I'm like, no, but like, I just had this wager with my friend because I thought it was funny. That
All
is something
right.
I would do, honestly.
So,
Uh huh.
how's the YouTube business going? How's the YouTube business?
The YouTube. What do you mean the YouTube business?
I mean,
Oh,
how's it
like
going on
about
YouTube?
selling stuff?
What?
About selling stuff on school or like?
No, not that specifically, but you could talk about that.
Oh yeah, I'm selling keychains for $5. I remember. So my friend, I gave I gave like a bunch of my friends like keychains, obviously for free. I'm not gonna ask them like, oh, I give it to you $5. No, but I gave all of them, right? And then
Uh,
afterward, so my friend's sister, he told me, oh, my sister wants one, and I'm like. And I was like,
five
well, like
dollars.
she gotta pay $5. And then he told me, oh, well, she's 19. She probably will want that. And I asked her, and then after I asked her, I was like, does she still want it? And she's like, oh, as soon as she heard $5, she said no.
Yeah, yeah, that sucks. How much? Man, you gotta go lower then. You gotta go $3.
No, I sold like these things for $5, bro. I'm like, I'm almost like selling two at this point.
All right then.
Yeah. And then I'm selling. And my friend wants to buy my book, so like $23 too. So that's cool.
$23. Wow.
Yeah, for both
For a
books.
buck.
Yeah,
Wow.
both books. So yeah. Yeah, but they want to buy my books, even with the ugly watermark I have on it. There's this dumb watermark that Amazon has, and it says not for resale. It's like gray. It's like a
Oh
really,
wow.
it's a really like,
Amazon. Wow, that sucks.
it's a really ugly looking watermark. And I asked her, I was like, are you sure you want that? She's like, oh no, that's fine. I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also, oh yeah, yeah. She also knows about my crush, and then like she told me she's like a hater of my crush. Like she thinks like he's like the weirdest person ever. It's like that.
Has she given any examples on how he's weird?
Lately, I don't know. I don't know. Like the thing is that I don't know. She just has this hate for him. Like one time, like she couldn't contact her brother, and then because her brother and my crush are like in like track, and then she tried contacting him, and then like she couldn't like get like in contact with him. So she had to ask my crush like, oh, can you call him? And then when I finally met her brother, like we both met up with her brother. She was like,
Uh,
I had to associate with him just to get to you. You know how much that hurts me? I'm like, damn. That was before I had a crush on him though. So I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so offended. No, it wasn't anything like that. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah, I remember. So during history, we were doing the study guide, right? And
uh,
then what happened was that there was people. No, no, here's the thing. I had a friend. My friend, what she did is that she asked my teacher, "Can I sit next to Halova so I could get help?" And then he was like, "Okay." And then the thing is, we just started talking.
bro, that's how it'd be, dude. That is exactly how it'd be.
And then there's another time. Okay, people they just would randomly just walk up to me and ask me questions, and then my friend is like, I like how everyone's asking you more than our own teacher." I remember. Okay. I think I told you. I don't know if I told you this, but one time during first semester, so my crush. So he. Okay. So one time we thought our teacher was leaving because my teacher like he apparently had therapy, so sometimes he would leave in the middle of class. And after that, he just randomly says to me like, "Go up there." And I'm like, why? And it's like, go teach the class. And I'm like, oh, what? And after that, so I told my friend today. And after that, he was like, honestly, man, Halova, I think you can teach the class. And then afterward, I was like, okay, bro, if I was teaching the class, so I was like pointing up at like the screen, right? I can, so I would have slides, bro. And then afterward, I would have a picture of baby Hitler I'll be like, okay, guys, what do you think about this baby? And then people are like, oh, that baby's cute. Oh, they look nice. Oh, and then next slide, I click to Hitler. I'm like, hi, guys, you thought Hitler was cute. You guys are Nazi sympathizers. You guys are terrible. Y'all are Nazis.
It's
You
so
thought Hitler
stupid.
was cute? And after that, I'm gonna talk about a deep psychology about Hitler and put on oversimplified Hitler biography.
Do you actually do that?
I would actually do that. I mean, I'd say it's effective, honestly.
It's pretty effective.
I mean, like, if we're talking about Hitler's psychology, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, he started off as a baby, like, he was innocent like all of us, and then he just turned into this man because through experiences and stuff like that, right? Because I don't
Yeah.
like how they skim over Hitler. They just think he's a monster, that's it. Like, the thing is, yeah, it was because of, like, different experiences that made him like that. It wasn't like he was born evil, I'm gonna go kill Jews. It wasn't like that. It was just, obviously experiences. So I'm not justifying, oh, yeah, he killed the Jews. And no, I'm not justifying it. But I'm just, like, saying that, he was made like that for a reason.
I know there's this thing, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So you. Okay, I'm not laughing at the idea of it. I'm laughing at the idea of like people having this idea. All right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So basically, there's this movie where there's this like very stereotypical Asian character. And it was like yellow face and like really stereotypical like Asian like bucktooth person, and he speak with an accent like this, and it's like I could do it. I could do it. I'm Asian, by the way. I could do it. I'm Asian. I could do it. Right? All right. So people are gonna listen and they're gonna see me doing that. So there's that, and I find it so funny, not because it's like, oh, ha ha ha, stereotype, but because like
it's absurd.
People because like people sat around and they're like, all right, let's greenlight this idea of this really stereotypical Asian person, because like nowadays people are gonna be like, whoa, you can't do that. That's extreme. That's really racist. But back then, it was just like, yeah, let's do that. That's fine. All right, yeah, let's just make fun of Asian people for no reason. I don't know why. I don't want to say fascination, but like, it was interesting how they thought back then, and how they thought was funny to me. That's the thing.
I understand.
And I was thinking about that. I told Ash, would it be bad if like I thought that, and they're like, well, you're Asian, so I really have no say in this. So I guess they thought I was like, is it bad to laugh at Asian people jokes? I thought maybe that's what he thought I was saying. And then I asked another friend, and they're like, I don't see anything wrong with that, but and so I'm like, all right, that's chill.
Love your friends. Just kidding.
I love all my friends. My friends are very nice to me.
Yes, same with mine.
Except for Halova.
What?
You're so mean. That time you shipped me and Donovan, man, I could have handled that.
Like, you really, you and Donovan really distressed. I have to apologize in that. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. Out of all my friendships, you know who I feel bad for most for?
What?
Donovan, bro. He had to deal with my annoying ass for 7 years straight, and then here's the thing, I was really annoyed. I remember I told you I fought people. I was a loud kid back in the day, right? I told you all this. Donovan has seen me as a really loud kid who's tussling with people to this quiet kid in the back. Okay, he's seen through all my phases. He knows me. Okay, so the thing is, when I was friends with Donovan, he had to suffer the most. He had to suffer the most. In freaking Naruto, bro, they had this 1,000 years death jutsu where you just put your fingers in somebody's ass or something. Yeah, I did that to Donovan repetitively, and I feel really bad for doing that. Because,
I remember that in middle school. That was really popular or whatever.
Yeah, I felt really bad for doing it. There was one time Donovan actually got upset. He actually got upset. Donovan barely gets upset.
Donovan really gets upset. He's such a chill, nice guy.
I know, and then he actually told me stop doing that. And after I was like, okay, I'll stop because I felt really bad. And then there's another time there's times like I would hit people, I'd hit people, and then he just secretly like he just kind of gave me subtle hints that he didn't like it, so I just caught on to that and I just stopped hitting him. So like honestly, man, Donovan, shout out to Donovan, man, he's the real G because like honestly, he could have like broke up our freaking friendship, bro. Cause I was so annoying. Did I tell you that one time? So we were falling in line at after school in middle school, right? And then after
Yeah.
that, I elbowed him, and then that caused him to drop his phone. It was a brand new phone, by the way. He got it like the day yesterday.
I remember
I
this. Yeah,
dropped
I
it.
remember this.
I dropped it, and I was like, "Yo!" And then Donovan's nice, bro. And I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, man." And then Donovan's like, "Oh no, it's not your fault. I wasn't holding it tightly." I'm like, "What?" Like, dude, like, we can agree that Don's a really nice person, man. Cause like, legit, any friend would have just sued me, bro. Donovan
I would
doesn't
have done that
blame me,
too.
bro.
I would have been pissed off, man.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, Donovan, like, he took the blame. That was my fault. Like, I felt so bad. Shout out to Donovan, man. Like, honestly, the real G, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure anyone would get mad on me, like, dropping their brand new phone. But Donovan was like, "Oh, no, that's fine. That's my fault." And I'm like, sorry, Donovan, man. I feel bad. That's why, man. Like, I will always support. I'm a Donovan supporter, man. No, like legit. I will help him in life for real. I just remembered. So during history, right? So my friend, I was looking around the classroom because I was doing my work, and I couldn't find her. So I said, "Wait, where is she?" And then one of my class friends was like, "Oh, she's charging her Chromebook." And then I slowly look to the back where you charge your Chromebook, and you see her knocked out and sleeping on her chair. I don't know why. And then it was in front of the teacher. She was sleeping in front of the teacher's desk. And she just knocked out. Like, literally, I just started laughing. Legitimately knocked out. Oh, by the way, Diego, how does your school like grade laps? Like grade like mile runs?
We don't do mile runs.
What? You don't run?
We do pacers.
Well, is that better than mile runs?
It's 1,000 times better.
You are
Because in
so
mile runs you're running 20 minutes, and in pacers you're just running.
no, no,
You're
no.
also
Wait,
running 20
no,
minutes, but it's not that bad.
Wait, in our middle school we ran 20 minutes, but like you have to run more than a mile. A mile run is like based on time, and then 20-minute run is based on how many you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wait.
have to do a mile run under
Pacer.
11
Wait, we
minutes.
only have to do 45, and like they don't really count if you like start walking.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have to do a mile run under like 11 minutes, so that sucks. There's people like here's the thing, because it's like so common for people to just get 3 laps. Because the thing is, my teacher he grades like first off, like if you do it under the time limit and like how many laps you do, right? So a lot of my friends like they just cannot do 4 laps, so they just do 3 laps. So they get really surprised when I'm like, "You can do 4 laps?" And I'm like really confused. I'm just like, if you just try a little bit harder, I'm pretty sure you'd get 4 laps too. Cause then the thing is walking, like they just do 3 laps, I'm done. I'm like, come on, man, like, cause if you get 3 out of 4, it's a 75%. That's like really bad.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Yeah, my teacher, man, I don't like my PE teacher. It's just terrible. Oh yeah, also, okay, so apparently I have another friend who has the same exact name as me, and we both get confused because our friends like call out our names, and we're just like, who are you calling? Like, who's who? And then I don't know, I was like, you should just give us nicknames or stuff like that. And for some reason, they thought I was like, oh, what's her last name? So they decided to try to call us our last name. They're like, what's your last name, Helova? And I said my last name, and they're like, oh, no, I can't pronounce. Do you know my last name? Do you know?
Yeah.
Like my
Not. I
name
don't
is
know it, but it starts with like starts with
yeah. Like it's not that hard to like pronounce, right?
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. I haven't been on the yearbook.
Okay, here. Let me type it to you.
Is it? Do you roll the R?
No, you do not roll anything. It's just yeah.
Wait, can I say it?
Yeah, I'll cut it out. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
How do you not? How do you? The
That's what
heck?
I mean. How can you not pronounce that? It's like such a straightforward word. It's also a Spanish word, so in like that, on top of that, it's like really easy too for a Spanish word.
It's pretty easy.
I
Um,
know. Remember you told me that the teacher was calling out your name. It's the Diego Korean.
I remember that. That was like so stupid.
How did that happen? Like Diego Korean. Oh my god.
They're like Corian, and it was like, what the heck?
Dude, I was dying. I'm like, what do you pronounce it? Even I can pronounce your last. I'm pretty sure I can pronounce your last name.
You probably can.
Carrion or you sound like
Nope, 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 nope.
Korean. Yeah, I don't know.
That was pretty bad. I won't lie.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's okay.
I'm sorry. It was
No, okay. How do you pronounce it then?
Carrion.
Oh my, yeah, of course. It's
Carrion.
very, very
Yeah,
Hispanic, so that makes sense.
yeah. Even
Is
though
it your
I'm
dad's
like,
last name or your mom's last name?
it's my dad's.
Oh, okay. What's your mom's last name? Just kidding, just kidding. Mom reveal. Just kidding.
I forgot. You're obsessed with my mother.
Oh yeah, one time. Okay, my parents. So they're like talking about the Russian invasion on Ukraine, right? And then
Yeah.
they're like saying, "Oh my gosh, Putin is so evil. Like, how can you ever do this?" And then my dad is like, "He's definitely not Christian or a God fearing person. He would never do this if he." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then my mom, I was just like, I mean, I don't think it. I think it's. I told my mom, I was like, I think it's bad, but I don't think it's evil. And she's like, "How is that not evil, Haloba? Like, look what they're doing. They're killing the children." I'm like, that's with like any war though. Like, I mean, so you're saying that anybody who sends out soldiers to a country to fight is like evil? And then she tells me I don't know what I'm talking about. What?
I mean, what would you consider evil then?
Like Hitler level, bro. Stalin
Okay,
level. Okay?
that's pretty. Yeah, that's evil.
Yeah, like if you're or like Franco. Okay, about the bare minimum, Francisco Franco, bare minimum of evil. Okay, like
What? Who's he?
he
What
was
has
a
he done?
Spanish dictator. He was a fascist Spanish dictator. So
All
he
right.
really did abuse his power, right? But the thing is, like, I don't really consider, like the Filipino dictator Ferdinand Marcos. Like, I don't really consider him like evil because, like, if there's people who have good accounts of him, that means he did some good and some bad, right? But here's the thing: if you ask most Spanish people what they think about Francisco Franco, I think most people wouldn't really say anything good about it. Same thing with Hitler. If you ask a German, "Oh, what do you think about Hitler?" They're like, "He's terrible," right? Like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean, some Russians would like be like, we
yeah.
were
So
like Putin.
I think some Russians, if you ask a Russian like what they think about Stalin, there's like out of like every like there's gonna be one person who likes Stalin, but after that there's gonna be a person who doesn't like Stalin. So it's like really half and half in Russia if you ask them about Stalin, because the thing is Stalin's not really explored in history, honestly, and also there's education there, so it might be biased and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then I remember there was a it was a the BBC, they were doing that, they were asking Russians what they thought about Stalin, and then the comments were like, "Oh, you're so hypocritical. What about Churchill?" If you ask the British people what they think about Churchill, they're gonna think it's good, even though he's a racist and an imperialist. So like, yeah,
Churchill was.
yeah,
Churchill didn't do like things as bad as
yeah,
Stalin. Wow, that's
exactly. Like
like
I feel like
Stalin.
it's a little bit of a
Stalin was like
stretch.
way worse than like. Oh wow.
Churchill. Like, also, there's also the time because it was like the 40s. Of course, it was normal for imperialism and like racism at that
That's
time.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying racism is justified, but that was just the product of the time.
At the time, it was the norm, and no one
Cared.
really had like a problem with it.
Yeah, unless like you fought for like rights and stuff like that. But yeah, And then I remember my I don't understand my mom saying you don't understand what you're talking about, even though like she barely knows any history. Like she called Neville Chamberlain Hitler. I'm like, how do you mistake? They look
How do you?
completely
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I
like
was like, who is Donovan Chamberlain? And you like show me an image, and I'm like, how do you mistake? Like, what the
he
heck? I
literally
don't
looks
get that.
nothing like Hitler. I'm just like, how do you do? Like they have completely different hairstyles, different facial features, like legit everything.
Hit,
And
and like Hitler is like the most like known man in the
like
world.
literally, if you showed
He
a
could
picture of Hitler, most people would recognize it's Hitler.
there's yeah, even even like because sometimes Americans are pretty stupid,
Yeah,
but
they
like
really
American
are.
yes, but Americans would know who Hitler looks like, know
Exactly.
what he's done, like all these other things.
Uh huh. I don't understand people like that, man. Like this is what happens, man. We really like the education system needs to improve because I don't know, man. Like what's going on here? Also, I don't know what it is, Diego. Okay, I don't know. Okay, here's the thing, man. So what? No, so when I first started texting my crush, right? Like this is before I
Yeah.
like liked them and all that. I don't know what it was, but they'd always send me like these very rudimentary Nazi jokes. Like they're not like I'm not saying like they're the worst jokes ever, but they're like okay because they know I like history, so they're probably like, oh, like let's send jokes like this, right? The first one they like sent me was like, what's it called? Oh yeah, there was this one like video where like it was called Bunker Blaster, where it was like a Hitler suicide simulator, and it was like an animated short. It was something like that. It was like
Yes.
supposed to be a joke. So I was like, I thought it was kind of funny. So I was like, oh, that's okay. And then another one they sent me was a TikTok about like the Jews crucified Jesus, God makes Hitler, and I'm just like okay. And then there's another one is like, and there's like this caption called like for maximum concentration, and it's like a death shaped like a swastika. And I'm not gonna insult them because I know they're just trying to appeal to my taste, but they're like very like rudimentary like history memes. Like
It's pretty edgy, but for the sake of like, hey, you would get this and you think it's funny.
yeah, it's like
It's
straightforward.
I guess
It's like really
yeah
easy to get because like I think the baseline here's like that those jokes would be like the baseline. Then it would be like the French surrender meme, and then something more complicated after that, right?
yeah
Like it's very like element like level one like history meme. It's like anyone could get this. So yeah.
yeah.
Also, my dad, we were watching this documentary about Dunkirk about World War II, and then he told so after that like the documentary was talking about how like the RAF was fighting the Luftwaffe. Do you know what they are? You know what they are, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, the Luftwaffe was the air force for Nazi Germany, and the Royal Air Force was the Royal Air Force. RAF is Royal Air Force, right, for the British. So they were fighting, right, and then the documentary is like, so the RAF and Luftwaffe duke it out in the sky, or something like that, right? And then my dad is just, and I asked my dad, I'm like, do you know what the RAF is? Because my dad, I don't know what it is with my dad. He always likes to pretend that he knows a lot of history, and like so I just quiz on it because the thing is if you really do not know like history and you like generally admit it, then I don't have a problem with you. Like everybody has their own taste, but my dad is always like saying like he's always trying to say like he knows more history than me or like stuff. Like I'm not saying like I'm a professional, but like he
Yeah.
makes such bad statements like justifying the Israel bombing of Palestine because it was Jesus' homeland. Like I can't agree with that. So I asked him, what does the RAF was? And then he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, they're in the sky. They're fighting the German Air Force. What is it? And then he says, and I'm like, Royal? And then he said, Royal Armed Forces? And I'm like,
Royal Armed Forces sound very British. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark, but I don't think that'd be German.
no. Here's the thing. Okay, no. I said no. Here, so the RAF is irrelevant, right? And then I
All
asked my
right.
dad, what do you think what RAF represents, right? And he said, and then I said in the documentary they mentioned the RAF fighting against the German Air Force. So what does the RAF mean? And he's like, Royal Air Force.
What does the RAF mean? Wait, what does it mean? I don't know either, dude.
Royal Air Force. Royal Air Force.
All right.
And then afterward, like for some, so my mom like teased him like, oh, it took you a while to find out, and after that, my dad starts calling my mom stupid. It's like, you don't know any of this, so you can't say any. I'm like, what? I'm like, what?
You didn't know anything either. What the heck?
Exactly. I'm just like, what are you on? Like you don't know anything either. And like, remember I told you? So I don't know what it is with my dad, but sometimes like he's like, oh, Mexicans are like they're weak, like they suck at history or something like that. He says so that, yeah. He told me how like the Mexicans, they used to live in California and they could have been American citizens, but they moved back to Mexico or something like that, right? And then afterward, like I was just like, you do, and you like, and I don't know what it is. My dad is like proud to be Filipino. I mean, I'm proud to be Filipino too. Like even though we get colonized all the time, but like it's not like, oh, but I never like saying just because I'm Filipino doesn't mean my race is superior by any race. But my dad has this certain thing that Filipinos are kind of superior in some way. I don't know why, but like, what happens is that like I'm like, you do realize the Mexicans fought against the Spanish and they like actually fought for their independence and earned it, right? I'm like, what about the Philippines? All they did was revolt, but they never succeeded. The only time we got independence was in the 40s because America felt bad and was like, we could give you independence now. And I'm like, well, what? Mexico got it in the 1800s? And he's like, really? And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like I don't know what he's on. Like he's like oh like he's saying this stuff about Mexicans. I'm like, but they fought for it. They actually like earned their independence. It wasn't like what did the Filipinos do? Revolt? And he's like, well, they revolted. I'm like, yeah, revolted, but was very futile in the end. Didn't achieve anything, didn't they?
Why is I don't know. That's odd. That's odd that he has that. I guess it's not that odd. He has what's that term where you have like a lot
Boomer.
of pride in your country?
Oh,
Is that like
patriotism.
yeah? The way yeah.
Yeah, patriot or nationalism. Yeah, is
Yeah, oh, yeah. I was thinking nationalism maybe actually.
no nationalism because
Is that what I don't know?
nationalism is over. No, actually, no, because he has dual citizenship, so it would apply to both American and Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like my dad, he says like the most absurd things. I'm just like, what are you on? Like, and then there's times where he's like saying like one time he talks about Filipino history, and then
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, you don't know that. I'm like, I'm not born in the Philippines. You were in the Filipino education system. Of course I don't know that. And I don't know. Sometimes it's so hard to talk to my like one time we can talk about history for an hour, and then he just suddenly says like, "Oh, you didn't know that, didn't you?" And like when I talk about the Louisiana Purchase, he just and I tell him about it, and then I never say, "Oh, you didn't know that." It's just sometimes annoying. I'm just like, you don't know it. I'm just
I man, that sucks.
I
That
give
sucks
up.
a bit.
Give up
I'd
on
give
my
up too sometimes on that.
like. I don't hate my dad. My dad's chill, but like seriously, man. And then, oh yeah, I remember my friend. Okay, so we were talking about our parents beating us, right? And then he told me when he was younger, so his mom would punish him, and then afterward he told us also his mom would ask him the tie or the belt, and then he just sobbing, crying like the tie.
When you got the tie, when you got the belt.
Yeah, the tie or the belt, and he told us I was supposed to say none, but I didn't know that was an option, so I was like the tie. This is so funny. Have you ever been whipped, Diego?
No, gotten.
You're,
I'm not gonna expose that much, but no.
I've never, ever, man. I mean, oh no, that's not true. I've been whipped. My mom pulled out the belt on me. She's like, you want to talk back to me? And then she started whipping me. And I started, I'm sorry. And I'm like begging her for me. She's like my new god, bro. Like she's like my new religion at that point. For like 5 minutes, I was like, no, I'm sorry. And then she looks at me. It's like, you're only saying sorry because you're getting hit. It's like, and she's like, don't use your phone. And then I'm just like, oh my, oh my gosh. Oh my. And then one time there was another. Okay, so I remember. So my friend, so she applied for a burger place. I'm not gonna say because it's gonna reveal her location. But
For real?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
you could
actual
cut that out.
one.
I actually did not know. Yeah.
Okay, so she applied for that burger place, and then, so I asked her like, "Oh, how did it go?" And then she was like, "Oh, I got rejected." And then okay, so like the next day after that, I was just like, "Oh yeah, you did get rejected right now." And I'm like, "No, I'm just stating a fact. I'm not trying to be condescending." And then she's like, "You know what, Haloma? How about you try getting a job?"
Oh my gosh.
Started laughing. We also were laughing. And then there was another time. Okay, so I don't know if you had to do this, but in quarantine, in at school, online school, there was this thing where I had to do this life simulator where
Mhm.
you had like bills, taxes, rent and stuff like that. And then so I chose graphic designer, right? Because I'm like more realistically I want to be a graphic designer. But the thing is, man, I had 3 kids and I was a single parent. I was like, what? So anything I did, I would just go broke. Like having three
Bro.
kids are so expensive. I'm like, why do I have to spend $200 on groceries? I could just give them some like Hello Panda or something like that, and then they would be satisfied for at least like a day. Like I'm like, why am I paying $200 per month? Like for these 3 kids. And the thing is, man, I was so broke in that simulation that I couldn't afford childcare, right? And then so my kids, their ages were like 12, 7, and 4, right? And then
Yeah.
my teacher was reading over it, and then I wrote. So I was so broke to pay for healthcare. So my reasoning was make my 12-year-old take care of my 7 and 4-year-old.
Oh my god.
And then my teacher started laughing. He's like, "Who's gonna take care of the 12-year-old?" And I'm like, "Oh, they're self-sufficient. They can take care of them." And then there
Oh
was
my
another
god.
time I was so broke I couldn't even afford rent. I couldn't even afford like a studio, bro. I was that broke. These damn kids draining my bank account. And then what I did is I wrote living with my parents because I was not buying, bro. And there was another
Oh
time
my gosh.
I tried to make a compromise. I asked them, "What happens if I ask to like give to like $100 a month to live in my friend's house?" And then he asked the assistant teachers, like, would you like let somebody live in your house for $100?" And then he's like, "No."
Oh my god, she ain't helping out.
I
I
know.
would.
Yeah, would you let me live in your house for $100 a month?
Maybe. I
Like,
might.
I would help you with homework if you go to college, bro. So see, we $100 plus
Evens
tuition.
out, yeah.
I was dying, but I told my mom that story. She was dying so hard. Did I tell you about my daycare stories?
No, what?
Okay, it was the worst part of my life, bro. So I was like I think I was 6 or 5, right? And my
Yeah.
parents, there was no one to like, how do you say this? Says babysit me. Until like later on my brother did. But the thing is, like, so they had to pay this daycare, bro. That daycare, I asked my mom how much was it. It was $500 a week. What the hell? That's so expensive. So I went to that daycare, and then probably for the few days I thought it was okay. But there was one time, like the adults there were so mean to me. They hated me so much. And then
The heck?
one time my dad, so he woke me up, right? He woke me up. It was time to go to the daycare. I'm like, right? And you know what they did in the daycare? They're like, it's bedtime. I'm like, I already woke up. I'm like, why am I sleeping again? And then I cried myself to sleep because I was so bored. And then one time, like the thing is, I told my mom about that, and my mom's like, they're probably too lazy to take care of the kids. I'm like, that's probably it, man. And then there was another time. So my dad, he's like, time to go to the daycare. I started crying. Like he like pulled up. He like parked in front of the daycare. I started crying. I was like, please, no, no, please, I beg. Like I don't want to go there. Like it's terrible there. So he felt so bad for me that he just like went absent on his job and just took care of me instead. Cause I just could not. I hated that daycare so many times. And then my parents eventually pulled me out of it. I was so happy they pulled me out of it, literally. Also, Oh no, I don't feel like talking about it. But yeah, I hated that daycare. It was like, and I remember. I don't know. I know this is like such a petty thing to be upset about. But I remember I was friends with quote unquote friends. By the way, like quote commas, bro. Like quote unquote friends with this girl. And then I brought my coloring book to school. Not school, to the daycare. And then I had
Uh,
markers. And then afterward, I colored the moon brown like beforehand, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look good. So afterward, I asked her, don't color the moon brown, and she colored it brown. I got so mad. I was just like, hey, I didn't do anything. I didn't like shout at her, but I got mad a little bit inside. Not gonna lie.
yeah, mood. Why? Oh, because it's brown. Why? Because it's brown. Wait, you
Yeah,
got mad because somebody colored something brown? That. Ooh.
I know I
Why?
colored it
Why? Because it was brown. Wait, why? Why? Because it was brown.
because the moon is not supposed to be brown.
Wait, you don't like the color brown? You don't like brown people?
I like brown. Beige is like one of my favorite colors, but like, what the heck? Like, it just doesn't look good, man. Oh, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, you don't like brown people, man.
Donovan is legitimately one of my best friends. What are you talking about? I'm brown myself, Diego.
You're brown?
Yeah, Filipinos are considered brown.
Well, you're a special. You're a special one.
No,
If they're
Filipinos
considered
Asian
brown.
skin color, so that's
Yeah.
yeah. I, no, okay, bro. I need to tell you this joke. Okay, so I showed you a picture of my crush. You know what he looked like, right?
Yeah.
So my friend, he said he looked like Baljeet from Phineas and Ferb.
That's messed up. He doesn't look like Baljeet at all, actually.
Dude, I'll screenshot it. I'll see you have to agree. It literally, they legit look like the hair, bro. The hair. It's so funny, bro. Here, let me get you. Here, I'll send you the screenshot. Here. What? Why is it 1 megabyte? Here, I'll show you. Gee, they so cute. He got the hair. He got the hair.
I like the.
It's so funny. Yeah, my friend, we were like, he's like, oh, he looked like Baljeet from Phineas and Ferb. Just dying. I was like, dude, you're actually right. No. He searched this up on his Chromebook, and we saw a bunch of ship art between Baljeet and his bully. I was like, why? Why did you put
Oh, that's even better, honestly.
I'm like, who's the bully, man? I'm like. Okay, one time my friend, he for some reason, I don't know, I was like really high, like I just wanted to like let out all my energy, and then my friend was wearing white shoes. I'm like, damn, those are some nice Jordans, and then he just looks down and sees they're Nike. It is like, hello, bro, you're like high today. I'm like, damn, those are some nice Jordans, and then he's just like, you need to stop, you need to calm down. Do you have Jordan?
No, I don't have any Jordans. My Jordans are fake.
Is it just me? But there's people you see in high school that remind you of people in middle school.
Maybe freshmen do.
I remember because I don't know. I had a lot of people. I was like, oh, they look similar to my friend back then, and then.
Oh my God! I saw this person with Ash, and they have Ash's face.
That's cool.
That's-
You got the backup.
We had
I'm
them.
just kidding.
Shut up!
I'm just kidding. Wait, didn't you say that manipulator kid like followed my crush or something?
Yeah,
Send me his Instagram. I want to check.
he has a It's privated, and like he posts nothing of. He doesn't post his face.
Just still send it to me. I don't care. Like actually, I'm just curious.
All right.
Like you tell me all these stories about this manipulator kid. I need to know, bro. I legit need to know.
All right.
Okay. Oh my god, that's the cringiest username. Oh my, dude. I'm sorry. What is that? What is that, bro? What the hell is that? That is the worst profile picture, bro. He's looking like a freaking Walmart end man, bro. What is that, bro? What is that?
Walmart Edman.
That is terrible. No, my friend actually. No, he actually does. I need to ask him. I need to ask him tomorrow. I will ask him like, hey yo, why you following him? Maybe they know each other from middle school. Who knows? Cause
I don't know. I don't know what middle school either of them went to actually.
no, I know what my crush went to, but yeah, but no, please, I have to ask him, bro. And no, somehow you and my crush are gonna meet each other through this interaction. I'm gonna talk about this manipulative thing, and then I'm like, dude, I heard so many bad stories about him. Why do you follow him? Like legitimately, like. I have to ask, bro. No, I'm gonna catch him like online. Okay, I'm gonna catch him online because maybe like it won't be specific if I do it in real life. Also, eventually I'll play Pokemon in, so we'll have like some time, of course. So yeah. I don't know what happened, bro. Okay, what else? Anything?
Has it been an hour? Wait, we should
No.
just limit it to an hour because last time was an hour and 20 minutes and it's still taking time to render.
No,
Oh, it's 43
it's
actually.
not an hour yet, so
All right,
yeah.
let's
But
make it an hour.
let me think. Anything you have to say? Any topics?
No, I don't really got anything.
Wow, you're so racist. Your scout profile picture.
What does Scout have to do with this?
Yo, mama.
Thanks.
Just kidding. That's so stupid.
I know.
I'm trying to think of something. Oh yeah. No, you won't find that funny. Let me think. Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
All right, hold on. Wait, do I have something or if you were to make a man of your dreams, I asked Ben this.
Uh
If you
huh.
were to make a man of your dreams, what would he look like?
Uh huh.
Besides not really looking like your crush.
Oh, Ben has a crush?
No, I asked Ben. I asked Ben the same question.
Oh,
So if you're to create a man or woman, let's say possibly you're a lesbian.
okay. You're asking me?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Oh, like physical appearance or like traits, like personality?
I guess both. Why not?
I mean, I'm not really like a person who's like, I'm not like, oh, they didn't look like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so I guess I'm just only gonna say on personality. Uh, its simplest term, feminine.
I don't. I don't know if that's a little bit of a personality trait, but
Oh no, person. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me think. I mean, let me think.
feminine.
I mean, they're nice. Like they just. I mean, I think everybody could agree with that. Like just having a nice person. I don't know. It's hard to explain if you don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes people want bad boys. You seen
Oh,
that?
I
Like,
hate that. It's cringe. Just actually
yeah, it
cringe.
is.
Oh no, what's this? Okay, so like a few days ago, my mom, she asked me, "What's your type of man?" And I was like, I'm like,
Feminine. Yeah.
and I'm like, oh no, I was not gonna tell her my actual like taste, so I was just like, oh nobody, like I don't like anyone right now, and then she's like, okay, that was such a
Clutch.
legit complete lie. Like the thing is, like I was just walk. Because the thing is, she knows I walk around our apartment a lot. Like I just walk around inside. I listen to
Yeah.
music and walk around. So she couldn't see my face. So I was like, no one. And she no. What else was like? She was like, oh, well, like what type of race do you want? Do you like white,
Oh,
Asian? I'm like, I don't really care. Like I'm just what? I'm like, I don't know what's with my mom, man. I mean, do you care about race, Diego?
no.
I don't care about
Not.
race either.
Don't say that joke. Don't say that joke. Don't say that joke.
I'm not saying a joke. I'm just asking you a question,
I
bro.
know. I know. I was gonna say a stupid messed up joke.
Yeah, but what happened was that I don't know. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but I remember there's like times where like people were saying like, man, if I say I don't like white people to as a significant other, it doesn't mean I'm racist. And I'm like, what? I get really confused. Like, it's like I have preferences. I just don't like white people to date. And I'm like, I'm like, I mean, that's kind of a little bit contradictory. I mean, I don't know. Like, I like I was thinking about, it, I was like, is that racist or is that like actually a preference? I don't know. And then they compare to be like, oh well, like I prefer women, and then gay guys prefer men, and then they compare to that type of preference, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm just like that's kind of a stretch. Like I don't know. I mean, what do you think? What's your take on that?
I'll be honest. I just heard white.
I'm gonna jump on you. You know
Okay,
what?
hold on. But wait. Okay, hold on. You were talking about preferences and something about white, and then you're talking about how it's a bit contradictory. I gotta. Okay, repeat it again. Simpler terms. I gotta try to piece it.
Okay, so basically so there's this one like video where this person's like, oh, like they don't prefer white people or something like that, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not racist, I just don't prefer white people, and then and then they compare to like, oh, how straight people like the opposite gender and how gay people it's like because it's like a preference, like they compare
Yeah.
it to that being a preference. I don't know if that's actually racist or that's actually a
I
preference.
mean, it depends. Okay, well, let's say you have like black friends, but you won't really date a black person.
Mhm.
I mean, that's not really messed up because hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. It's
Yeah,
a weird
that's
topic.
that is really confusing.
Like, is it being racist or is it you not being racist or is it actually just a preference?
I don't really know because I feel like with racism, it's just like hate or discrimination against another race for no apparent reason at all,
Mhm.
and that is not really hate, but it's just not showing interest to a certain race without really any opinion at all, just
Mhm.
because on the color of the skin. I mean, it's kind
If
of
it's racially motivated, yeah. Unless it's
yeah,
racially motivated,
unless
yeah.
it's racial, like really, really. Well, that would be racially motivated because it's
Yeah,
like based on race.
yeah. I so confused. This is a weird topic. Okay. I'm gonna tell you how I threatened to use physical force on my friend this today. So what happened was that okay, so what happened was that I was walking to class and then he asks me, "Hey yo, hello, but stand up straight." And then the thing is, I kind of got offended because it reminded me how like when I was in elementary, there was this teacher who just said like, "Oh, you need to stand up straight like a lady." So it just reminded me of that. So I actually kind of got a little annoyed, like not angry, but I kind of got annoyed. And then he
Mhm.
kept saying that. The thing is, later on, he told me, "Oh, like I just wanted to compare my height to you." But I'm like, "Well, you could have elaborated on that, and I would have stood up straight." And then he kept insisting, so I didn't know the context, but he kept saying, "Oh, stand up straight, stand up straight." And I was kind of getting irked off. So I was like, "You know what, Joshua? I want to make your spine stand up straight if you don't stop." And then my friend was like, "Whoa!" And he started laughing.
Oh my god!
But
Oh my god!
I
That's
still have the instinct from elementary. You would not imagine me saying that now, but like I just got annoyed and I was just like, you know what? If you don't shut up, I'll make your spine stand up straight. You get the why, the whole like thing of spine standing up straight or something.
yeah, scoliosis back bent. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just literally. Whoa. My friend said Whoa was a boxer, by the way. Even he was surprised. Like he was like, "Oh no!" Like legit. What else? What are you learning in your science class?
Your mother. I honestly don't know. She doesn't really teach. She's just like, all right, open the book, read and annotate.
That's
Have fun.
terrible.
It is. But thank God I got like friends I like actually talked to in that class.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one time my teacher. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say again? I swear I had a story. Okay. No, you know what I miss, man? I miss this. You know that kid where I told you where he said racism comes from racist people, and there was some racism is just not being racist. That kid has not come back to our class. I think he left the school. Like it's actually sad.
Oh
Like I
man.
like that. He's like iconic, bro. And then there was another time. Okay, so we were talking about Robespierre, and then when Robespierre was gonna get sent to the guillotine, when he was being in prison, he was gonna kill himself, but he missed the shot, and everybody started laughing. And then one of my classmates, that's something that he would do, and then we all started laughing even more. And then afterwards, my teacher was like we had this system called a foul. And like if you say something bad about a person, you have to say two nice things about them back. And then
Oh yeah.
yeah, I remember I told you the thing with Abigail. So Abigail called one of her friends a jerk, and then my teacher was like, "Hey, foul!" And then Abigail's like, I liked your shoes, and you remind me of my dog."
That is very nice.
You remind me of my dog. What somebody one time I don't know if I told you this, but in sixth grade somebody walked up to me and said I reminded them of coffee and milk. And I'm like, like coffee cake mixed in with milk. And I told them they were racist. Because in the sixth grade, I like legit like pulled up the race card so many times, bro. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you remember that. I'm like racist. Oh yeah,
I
one time,
remember that.
friends and I were walking, right?
Hmm.
And then one of them was white, one of them was Mexican. And then afterward, when my white friend is like, "Oh, hello, well, what do you think about racism?" And I'm like, I think it's bad." And then afterward, I experienced it myself, so I think it's bad. And then my Mexican friend is just like, "Oh, from him, right?" And I'm like, "Actually, it was a Mexican." And then they started shouting at each other. And then my white friend is just like, "See, I can be racist to you now to equal it out." And I'm like, I know you're like he's actually not I don't know why I have white friends who say they're racist when they're obviously not racist. They're just racist as like a joke. Like they don't say anything like derogatory, right? I don't know if you remember about
Yeah.
Morgan, but Morgan like he would just say like, "Oh, I'm racist because I'm white," but he would never say anything racist. So I mean, like I think it's just that type of thing.
I think it is too.
Yeah, just because they're white and they just that's like how they use their white privilege. What was I gonna say? I mean, let's see. Oh my gosh, dude, I have to ask about the manipulator guy, dude. Uh,
You should, cause the S man, he is
oh,
something else when it comes to stories and all that.
oh my, oh wait, was he the one where he got stabbed? Oh my
Yes, that kid. Yes.
Oh no! What is he doing, bro? I'm sorry, bro. If my crush is actually saying, "Oh no, he's a cool," I'm sorry. That
You're
is
gonna have to
not.
expose him. You're gonna have to expose him. You're gonna have to
No,
like.
I want you to tell the story. I'm like, no, bro. Okay, here's the thing. My crush, he is his track, right? He gets at like
Mhm.
5:30, bro. Okay, he goes to track after school. We get at like 3:20, and then he's at track in like 2.5 hours. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try and text him. If he responds, then cool. But if he doesn't, then whatever. I'm gonna say, hey, I need to ask you something.
All right, this is gonna be the closer for the podcast.
Okay.
And if he doesn't respond, it's still gonna be the closer. And if he does respond, it's gonna be.
Okay. Imagine he responds. He's probably
Hopefully.
tired. He's just like he probably just like I came from track. Like I don't know, man. Let's see. We'll give it 5 minutes, and then if he doesn't respond, it's okay. Let's see. Okay. So anything you want to say, Diego? Like any stories or?
Any story. All right, so there's this one time. There's this one instance. All right, we got this crushed up granola packet,
Uh huh.
and so yeah, it was all crushed up, and like you couldn't really eat it.
Uh huh.
So what my friends did, we like put water in it to like, and then okay, we put water in it, and then like we smushed it so the water would dry out, and like yeah, and all that, so it's edible, quote unquote. So we did that, and they were like, as like a joke, because we didn't really want to eat it. But then my friend was like, "Diego, eat that for $5. Eat that for $1.
Oh
Like
my
a piece
god.
of it." like watered up granola that's smushed, and I'm like, okay, bet. I
Oh
grab it,
my
I take a,
god.
I no hesitation, dude, no hesitation at all. I'm ready. I wanted to do this. I wanted to eat this, and I
You're an
that
odd man.
I'm not. No, that's not odd. That is not odd.
Like your mama.
Yeah, thanks. That is. Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
that's kind of it. That's kind of the whole story. Nothing really. Nothing else interesting happened after that.
Okay. Out of all your guy friends, if you were not dating Ash, who would you date?
I date Ben.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's go.
I mean, like, he's the only gay person I know. Number one. If like any of my other friends were gay, it'd be
Hi,
I
Can.
don't know. Hold on. Do I have any male friends? I have one,
Donovan.
and that's kind of it. But I wouldn't really care to date him. Ben is
I
just a chill guy, chill little Canadian guy,
I just
and I would,
remembered something. So,
yeah,
I remember. So I told my friend. Oh, the other Ben, by the way, the other Ben. And I told him,
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I was like, oh man, I just realized everyone in the bread bag, the people who are single are straight and are history nerds. This is true. Like me and Paul are the only ones who are single, and we're both history nerds. And then and then Ben is just like, oh, you guys should get together. I'm like, oh no, we're good, bro. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's surprising. Like Diego, here's the. You know I hung out with Paul a lot in middle school, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'd always get shipped with other guys. Whenever I hung out with Paul, nobody shipped me with Paul. Never. Like I hung out with Paul a lot, like legitimately, like all throughout the 3 years, I hung out with him a lot, but nobody bothered to ship me with Paul.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's very healthy, honestly. Like, like I say the stupidest sus things to Paul. Like, I think you remember this. Like, I say, "Hey, baby girl, you look nice in a maid outfit." Like, I love you, something like that. Something so stupid like that. But like, nobody ships us.
I mean, I guess I don't really see a real reason. No, that's stupid. I was trying to make a good reason why, but nah, they're just odd.
They really is, man. I always got shipped with Donovan is like the main victim between me. Like, if I get
Yeah,
shipped with someone, it's gonna be Donovan. And
that's true.
I don't know if I told you this, but there was this one girl. So she started shipping me and Donovan because we were just sitting down talking about anime. And then I told her Donovan is 5 foot. And then she's like, "Oh no, he's too short." That's what made her to just stop shipping both of us. Like I have nothing against short people, but like legit, I was just like, bro, my first crush was shorter than me, so like it legit proves. But I was just like, he's 5 foot, and she's like, "Oh no, he's too short for you." I'm like, oh. Now Donovan's 5'8". One time I asked Donovan, would you bully me for being shorter than you if we meet up? And then he said yes. I'm like, I defended you all the times, okay? I don't know if you remember. There's the kid that like abused Donovan, like broke his watch and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one time, Donovan, he was getting bullied by him, and I'm like, hey man, you never know. Donovan might have some genetic mutation, and he might become 6 foot. And then he says, boy, by the time he's 6 foot, I'm 7 foot. I'm like, what? And then I looked at Donovan. Donovan's just like looking down, like very ashamed. I'm like, don't worry, Donovan, you're gonna get taller. See, I was right. And now Donovan's gonna repay me with this? I can't believe this, man. This is
I
like,
I swear, if he's taller than me, though,
no,
I
he's
gotta do
taller than you.
something.
I feel like
I
his
gotta do
dad is
something.
taller than you.
I'm gonna do something about that, Donovan. You
No,
watch
bro,
out.
what are you gonna do? Do the German like torture method where they stretch you?
No, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but reversed.
Did Donovan?
I'm gonna make him the same size he was in the
Okay,
middle
that's
school, man.
tough, bro. Donovan finally got that height.
If he bullies me, only if he bullies me.
If he bullies me, then I can probably beat Donovan up, man. Let's be honest here, bro. Like I still got that muscle memory from like what 6 years ago.
Mhm.
2 years ago, muscle memory, bro. You got it, man. Did I tell you my stalkers in my school now?
Oh no,
Yeah, they were in the same English class as I was like last year, but like we never talked. I just have to like maybe like see them once in a while, but that's it. But I legit do not want to. Every time I see them, I run, bro. I run like
bro. That's
crazy.
the same with like me and the J kid.
The J kid, oh my god, bro. Dude, I would bully. Remember when you J was? Oh, the J kid was like
Jews.
yeah, the J kid was just sitting down, and then you and Abigail were just taking turns roasting. It was so beautiful. And then I think I told the other Ben about my theory about you being Michael Jackson. And then he started dying when I told him that, oh, Fish 21, who has even this as an expert biologist, Filipinos and Mexicans tend to have like darker, are known to have dark, like a tanner skin tone, while like Fish 21 has a lighter skin tone. This means that Fish 21 has a skin disease, meaning he's also Michael Jackson. And then
Look who's talking. Hello, look who's talking.
I started laughing and just like dying. And then there was another time. What else? What else? Yeah, I don't know. Do you think I'm light skinned or no?
Yeah, you're pretty. Your skin is fairly white.
We could all agree Ash is paler than me though.
Ash is paper. Then
Legit, like the palest, bro. The palest of the. Who do you think is like the chillest in the bread bank? Like easiest to get along?
uh
I'd say Ash, but I'm not sure.
oh, definitely not Ash. I'm kidding. Ash is too socially anxious. I'd say
Yeah, that's
Paul
what I'm
is like
saying.
really.
Like they're nice. He's a
I'd
nice
say
person, but
I'd say.
I feel like either you or maybe me. Either
Oh,
both.
me then. It's me.
Yeah. How come? Well, what's your superiority, Diego?
I'm just nice.
You're just nice. Who
Like
has more friends in
if
high
you
school, Diego?
me probably.
Oh, how
I
many
get
friends do you
along with a
have?
lot of women. I get along with like a lot of women guys too.
I get along with a lot of guys and some women.
That's a, yeah.
Count your
There,
friends. All your new. Don't include your like older friends. Okay, only your new friends. Okay.
mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna count right now. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try and like count. I'm gonna I don't know fully, but we're gonna try and do this. All right. So who wants to go first?
Okay. I'm counting mine right now. So
Okay.
I'm like thinking of my periods. Okay, fourth period. Oh yeah, I also got these two friends during. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a lot of friends in that class too. Let's see, and then I gotta think more. I have about 13 new friends.
13.
Yes, 13 new friends.
I probably have less. All right. So there's J, C, D, A, A, A.
There's a lot of A's there.
Yeah, yeah. So D. That's it. 7.
7.
That's because I'm not sociable. I'm not sociable that much.
Get
That's why I
wrecked,
have
noob.
7. I have
Get
about
wrecked,
7.
noob. I win.
Dude,
Anyone
that's because
that
I'm not that sociable. You're a bit more sociable than me.
That's exactly why. Okay, guys, if you need friends, I'll be here. My Discord is like in the red bag. You'll find it. Whatever. I'm gonna link to the red bag here. But I am the better friend. I am better than all of you guys. Get wrecked, nub.
She's lying.
Yes. Maybe in middle school you probably would win a little bit over.
I
But
might actually.
yeah, but nah. Get wrecked, noob. Okay, I don't know if you agree with this. Do you think my voice got deeper over the years or no?
Over the years, yes, definitely. What about me?
Cause
What about me?
I
How
remember.
do you view it for me?
Oh yeah, definitely you. You were like,
Right.
hey guys, like they're like 6th or 8th grade, but like 9th grade,
That
you're
actually
like.
hurts.
I mean, you didn't sound like a chipmunk, but you definitely had the pre-puberty voice. Yeah. Remember the kid who's like in our server, in Obama's communism with the braids, right?
Yeah.
So one time I talked to him again. It was like a couple months back, so it's not really recent. But he told me that my voice got like a little bit deeper. So like I don't know. He's like a little bit like 10%, a little bit deeper. I'm like okay, because if you see videos of me like in older time, I should show you like remember I told you about us like locking in the End Man and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I should show you this video, but my voice is like really like very puberty, and I cussed at that time, so it was even more cringier too. So yeah. Also, whenever I tell Ben the American
Other Ben,
Ben,
yeah.
yeah, about like stories I had in middle school, he's just like he didn't believe me that because you know what school we go to, right? And for some reason, my school, our middle school is like known for being ghetto, bro. I don't know why. It's just known for
I
being
don't think it's
ghetto.
that ghetto. I don't know. It's definitely not that ghetto.
It's not that ghetto, but people like actually think it's ghetto. And then he doesn't believe me that I went there. He's like, I was like, oh, I thought you were like saying you went to that school as a joke. I'm like, what? I'm like, at least I'm like, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, so are you like surprised or something? He's like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, okay. I don't think his school is like ghetto. Like it's obviously has its like a lot of flaws, but like it's not ghetto ghetto. It's not like Compton High School or something like that.
Compton High School,
That's the
yeah.
thing. That's the thing. I don't know how anyone would survive, bro. I remember my brother. He worked at Compton, and then he just be telling me that
Working
people would get.
Compton.
He like people would get. They would like people would get paid to get shot. I don't know why. I don't. It's just some wild thing.
What? Wait, they pay to get shot.
Yes.
Like, with a gun.
Yes. Basically, he told me that there's people who like there's like signs like shoot me, like give me money and you can shoot me, and that's how it happened.
Why, though?
Money? I don't know.
No, wait. Give me money and shoot me.
Yeah.
Why would you want to waste a bullet? What? Dude, no, that's not real.
No,
He's
bro, I'm
messing with
sorry.
you.
Like Compton is like a whole dimension, bro. Like legitimately.
He's messing with you.
My
Or
brother.
you're messing with me.
Yeah, that's what my brother told me when he was when he was in the ambulance. Because obviously the ambulance, like he's always like in like very bad areas. So like, yeah, people would just do that. You just see that every day, man.
You're okay. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy it then. I'm gonna buy this story, and I'm gonna hope it's real. But it does not sound.
It sounds so
What the heck?
unreal. It just sounds.
It does, yeah.
It really does. It sounds so unreal.
Is that gonna wrap it up for today's episode?
Okay, let me see. Okay, so 14 minutes passed. He has not responded. I'll eventually ask him at school because he can't escape from me when we're at school. So that sounds really creepy.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. So this is episode 6 of Fish Bones, and you know, 7 haven't finished my project. Need to study for geometry. I'll probably do fine though. It's fine. But is there anything you like to say before we head out, Fish?
I'm gay and I'm not single though. Good night, everybody.
Wow, really rubbing it in my face. Okay, guys.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't meant like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I thought, homie. Okay, I think
not
episode
the
5 will eventually come out when this is released. This is most likely uploaded on Friday. But yeah, love you guys. No homo though. I mean, maybe.
no
But
straight though either.
yeah, but yeah. Good day or good night. See ya.
Goodbye, everybody.